Good morning. This is Pastor Zach with the Goodland United Methodist Church with your morning devotion for Monday, November 27th. Today I'm going to read from the book of Joshua in chapter 4. When the entire nation had finished crossing over the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, "Select 12 men from the people, one from each tribe, and command them. Take 12 stones from here out to the middle of the Jordan, from the place where the priest's feet stood. Carry them over with you and lay them down in the place where you camp tonight." Then Joshua summoned the 12 men from the Israelites, whom had appointed, one from each tribe. Joshua said to them, "Pass on before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan, and each of you take up a stone on his shoulder, one for each of the tribes of the Israelites, so that this may be a sign among you. When your children ask in the time to come, 'What do these stones mean to you?' then you shall tell them that the waters of the Jordan were cut off in front of the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed over the Jordan, the waters of Jordan were cut off. So these stones shall be to the Israelites a memorial forever." The Israelites had a long tradition of creating memorials to mark and remember important events when they saw God's faithfulness to them. A particular time and example is this one from Joshua, where they had successfully crossed over to the promised land through the river Jordan as the seas had parted, and God commanded them to take stones and create a memorial, an altar, so that their descendants would know what God had done for them. This is an important thing for us to think about in our lives. Those moments when God has been present that we need to mark on our journey, that we need to have as a reminder of what God has done for us in our past. Sometimes we get foggy in our present. They always say hindsight is 20/20. So if we go about creating altars, creating remembrances along our journey, then we will be able to look back and see with clear vision that God was present with us, that God's promises have been fulfilled. Moses did this after he had received the 10 Commandments. He returned and created an altar at the foot of the mountain to remember what God had done there. We too can create these altars in our lives. Think about times and places. We are called to create altars all around us in every place that we come to. That God's presence is more than just in the sanctuary of the church or in our small Bible studies or in fellowship with other Christians, but we are called to go out into the world and create altars that show God's love and abundance in the midst of scarcity. We feel that we don't have enough. We feel that God may not always be present. But if we take time to mark on our journey those important moments and share those with others, then we can help create a new world, one that lives into abundance, that lives into grace, into love, that we can be agents of change as we look that's all around us. If we do good with what we've been given so that we can take hold of what life truly is, we can be just like those early disciples, sharing our story, sharing our experiences, sharing our altars and our remembrances so that God may be glorified, that people can see that Jesus is alive and present in our lives. Go out and make altars with your day. Have a blessed day.